I'm Ruth Steinberger of Spay, Oklahoma and the Oklahoma Spay Network. The in-clinic clinic was born of necessity. The lone mobile unit serving Oklahoma on weekends simply ran out of weekends. New communities were turned down for mobile visits, while the mobile unit passed animal hospitals that were equipped to provide the same services as the mobile. We approached Dr. Bill Mitchell to ask if he would turn his animal hospital into a mobile unit without wheels, just one time a month on a day he was otherwise closed. He's provided these clinics since November of 2004. The benefits of in-clinic clinics are that no startup capital is required and there are no scheduling limitations. There's a lot of promotional material on these clinics, so we won't review the benefits. This DVD is for organizations that have already decided to hold in-clinic clinics. The in-clinic clinic provides a volume of surgeries in one day equaling a normal mobile unit visit, and at costs equaling those of a mobile unit. In-clinic clinics are provided within a private animal hospital. All services normally provided by hospital staff, except the services of the vet and the vet's assistant, are provided by volunteers, making the reduced cost possible. An in-clinic clinic is divided into 5 main job areas. 4 volunteers should be present throughout the day, especially in the morning. Most organizations have morning and afternoon shifts. 1 volunteer will act as a coordinator, making sure that supplies are available and assigning volunteer positions. The coordinator will have communicated extensively with the vet beforehand concerning fasting instructions for clients, other instructions for clients, and about detailed expectations for the day. Supplies that need to be on hand for startup are plenty of pens, clipboards, masking tape, and Sharpie markers. Also, check with the veterinarian to see if you should bring towels, paper towels, newspapers, blankets, heating pads, or hot water bottles. The daily positions are check-in, which requires 3 people who make sure that paperwork is completed, get animals into cages which are labeled, and then moved into the holding area to await surgery. Surgery area facilitators are a team of volunteers who transport animals, either in a cage or on a slip lead, from the holding area to the prep area to be anesthetized for surgical preparation. A volunteer may be used for prepping the animals. Volunteers move animals from the surgery area to the recovery area, while another animal that was anesthetized and prepped is moved into the surgery room. This is a circular process of interaction between the hospital staff and the volunteers that keeps the in-clinic clinic day moving forward. A volunteer monitors animals that are in the recovery area. A volunteer will wash instruments, run the autoclave, complete rabies forms, and launder towels, etc. A volunteer checks out the clients, and then everyone is involved in cleanup. A volunteer orientation should be held a night or 2 before the first clinic. Volunteers should have a general idea of what positions they plan to take. The coordinator should have actually visited the clinic and viewed the work area beforehand. Check-in volunteers should be familiar with the intake forms before the day of the clinic. The more preparation that is done beforehand, the smoother the experience will be. Procedures will vary from one clinic to the next. For example, some organizations sign up clients by mail when possible. Others have clients sign in on the morning of surgery after they've been scheduled by telephone. Still others set up their sign-in tables at local social service offices on the busiest days of the month and then hold the completed forms until the morning when the pets arrive. Whichever way sign-up is done, the actual check-in of the pets will involve getting the animal safely into a cage that is labeled and has the completed forms sitting on top. Safety comes first. Animals should always be contained. Cats should be caged as soon as they enter the building, and dogs should be on a slip lead. Children should not pet animals belonging to other clients, and animals should not be allowed to visit with each other. These can become liability issues. Some tips for check-in include staggering the check-in time so there's not a group of people standing around with pets waiting for others to complete paperwork. However, don't stagger the check-in time so that check-in lasts all morning unless you have a surplus of volunteers. The check-in volunteers will move into other processes, so longer check-in times require more volunteer staffing. Check-in lasting about an hour and a half for up to 30 animals should be fine. Schedule a small number to arrive each 15 minutes. To avoid delays, start check-in with the type of animal, either dogs or cats, that the vet will bring into surgery first. Start check-in a half hour before the startup of surgery so that the animals are waiting for the vet and not the other way around. Several volunteer tasks can be accomplished by one person. One person can scrub surgical instruments, complete rabies forms, and launder towels. Another will move animals to and from the surgery area and monitor the animals that are in recovery.